So, what have we missed since the last time we filmed this car?
Yeah, I don't even know. Where were we last time?
It didn't start.
Oh yeah, we like literally just bought the car.
Yeah.
So, yeah, lots of progress. Car runs. I guess that's the most important part. I don't know, basically like cleaned up a ton of stuff. The car's been sitting for I don't know when, I don't know how long. 10 years, maybe more. So there's a lot of just rotted shit. Replaced a ton of fuel lines. Fuel filter was clogged. Replaced that. Fuel pump wasn't even working. Put a Walbro in it. A bunch of the rubber lines in the back were all cracked and leaking. It basically just pissed fuel from like everywhere it possibly could. So yeah, most of the fuel systems replaced. What else? The fuel rail was leaking. All the lines on the fuel rail were leaking. So converted that to AN, tapped the stock fuel rail, running AN lines off of that. Fuel pressure regulator. And I think that's it for fuel. Oh, I got the fuel injectors serviced at Toronto Injectors. $120. Probably the best $120 you could ever spend. Just get the injectors out of the way, like make sure they're working correctly. I think they were within like 2% of spec, which was like apparently pretty cool. The guy at Toronto Injectors, Andrew, he was like, yeah, like it's pretty rare for like injectors of that age to be in such good condition. So that was pretty good news. And he put like all new seals on it and everything, cleaned the filters on the injectors and stuff like that. So yeah, that was good news. I didn't need to go out and buy new fucking injectors or a new fuel rail, which was really nice. So that helped. And then what else? I think yeah, that's it for fueling. Or maybe not actually. There's probably more. Yeah, got rid of the fuel pressure damper.
There's a new regulator.
Yeah, the regulator's just chilling there. It's not mounted properly yet, but it's doing its job. Yeah, we did the what is it? The simplified sequential vacuum line conversion, whatever. Got rid of the rat's nest of things. So yeah, the vacuum lines are cleaned up a bit, but I ran out of vacuum line. Like probably got like 80% done, and then I ran out of vacuum line. I used like 20 feet of vacuum line, and had to go and get more the next day, and didn't end up having time to finish it. So I'm gonna finish that now, and hopefully the car runs a bit better. It runs really well right now, but it just doesn't go in a boost properly. It just makes like a strange noise. I'm sure you'll have a video of that. We can cut to that at some point. But it basically sounds like either a balloon deflating or some kid going wee.
Oh.
So yeah, hopefully we're gonna get that fixed. Because I'd like to drive this car properly.
Yeah. It's doing good. You got the sparkle on it. Pass safety, right?
Yeah, just past safety. I just like threw some horn wiring together there.
But whatever works for now.
Yeah,
and you'll clean it up.
Every time I put an aftermarket steering wheel on a car and I rig the horn up, I don't know how to get the wires to rotate properly to full lock each direction. Like it just never works. Like something always like pulls out, or like wires get pinched or something. Like even in the Subaru, like if you turn more than one full rotation, the horn would go off. Like it would just like pull the wires or something, and fucking horn would just go off randomly. So I don't know. Probably gonna put it on a button somewhere else. It doesn't have to rotate the wires.
Oh, this car looks so good though. Man.
Also, I'm missing. Oh, there's this fucking thing. This is like the easy one to get off compared to the air temp sensor, I think, which like isn't. It's weird about the air temp sensor on this. I don't know if it's all RX7s, but the length of that harness is not long enough to get to the connector. So I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do with that, but it's literally not even long enough. So like, the fuck? Let's fucking extend that.
There's the mess of vacuum lines.
Yeah, and that's the simplified version. You should see what it looks like when it's not simplified.
Because you've already been digging into it. So.
Oh yeah, replaced everything. Everything but these two blue, or I guess 3 blue lines, but I'll replace them today. And then finish off the rest of the stuff. It'll be good.
Sweet. Get to it then.
Clearly the air pump like dug a hole into this. Oh.
So
yeah,
I don't know if you can see that, but like it's a nice big hole in the side of that. That's only off the air box, so
yeah, I don't think that's a problem. It's gonna be replaced eventually, but low priority. All these cracked vacuum lines are a lot more high priority to me.
yeah. Because at least in the car would run right with those. Because
yeah, exactly. Like
on a map car, a pre-sensor leak was no big deal.
Yeah, I don't think this is causing issues, but like obviously it'll affect how the car runs, but I don't think it's affecting the transition into boost. Like that would be way too easy, I think, just to replace that and say, oh yeah, look, now the car's boosting fine.
Yeah.
Like what was happening, like I've noticed, like this has been here the entire time since we bought the car. It's just like the first day I noticed that, and like the very first day I got the car running, like the car actually transitioned into boost like really well. Like it hit so hard, and it hit hard like the first 3 or 4 times, and then after that it started making this stupid balloon noise, and then it would like lose power completely when it would transition into boost at like 4,000 RPM or whatever it is. So yeah, like something's like split open, and it's like the hole's like slowly gotten bigger. So pretty sure it's one of these old vacuum lines. So gonna replace them.
Fun, fun, fun.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to mention earlier that I'll like replace all the normal shit as well, like spark plugs. Like obviously new spark plugs went in, obviously new wires. Like first thing we did was change the oil, like new oil, new coolant, simple stuff like that. There's probably a lot of shit that I'm not saying on camera that I've done as well. I just don't remember doing it. Just a lot of the tedious shit that's not interesting. Like the brakes didn't work.
That's why we haven't been filming this car a lot, because it's just been dumb stuff that would take up a billion videos of nothing.
Yeah, like the brakes, I bled the brakes. Well, I mean, okay, so here's what happened with the brakes. Like you even remember feeling it as well. I think it's in the first video. Like the pedal just goes straight to the floor. So I was like, okay, like there's air in the system. Like I'll just bleed it out. So I bled the brakes on like 3 different occasions. One was with a vacuum bleeder as well, and like the brakes never worked. Like couldn't get the brakes to work. I was like, well, what the fuck? And so I pulled the master cylinder off, and it looked like disgusting. It was just like the dirtiest looking master cylinder I've ever seen. So I just replaced that, bled the brakes, and the brakes worked. So new master cylinder.
Remember you saying you had to, your first time driving this thing, you had to use the e-brake to stop?
Yeah, so scary. The e-brake doesn't work that well either. Just like hard on the e-brake, please stop. Yeah, now the brakes work and it drives great.
There's a fancy new master cylinder.
Yeah, the fluid turned black pretty quickly, so I'm a little concerned about that. So probably bleed the brakes again.
Yeah.
Maybe there's like some leftover shit in the brakes, but I don't know. Basically, like flushed a liter of fluid through there, so put some more fluid through it, and hopefully it's good.
You guys got the Mazda family, man. And the Speed 3, your brothers. It's nice. And then, oh, the holy grail of race car. My favorite car. Oh, the new wheels on the FC are unreal.
Yeah, Porsche.
They're basically Porsche Twist knockoffs, right?
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Can't have real wheels on my drift car.
Well, not again.
Did I have real wheels?
Did you? I don't know. Well, you had a real body kit, and look where that got you.
Yeah.
Because even this body kit, one drift session, and everywhere it's mangled.
Yes. Tire cords flapping everywhere.
Lost the bumper on the first at the first event too. I think I still have the footage of that too. Just your bumper hanging as you come.
Just dragging as I'm going sideways. It's like on the floor. I'm surprised it didn't get like stuck underneath the car and just absolutely destroyed.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with that. Hey, found our vacuum lines. Just kidding. This is like 2 feet of vacuum line. I have to find the other 5 feet. Like.
Oh.
Yeah, this thing got beat up pretty quickly.
Thank God you went with fiberglass instead of carbon again.
I know. That was really stupid. I mean, like, I had no intention of blowing up carbon fenders. Yeah. The cheap body kit is a lot more practical, I'd say.
And so far, it seems to be getting you a lot more attention too. People love it.
So,
At all the events, people are just coming up to the car and they just want to check it out.
yeah.
But only a handful of people spotted it's like an S13 Rocket Bunny kit
that's true.
for the FC. Maybe like 2 people that figured it out at the last event.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of people were coming up to me saying, like, oh man, like, I thought this was an S13, and then, like, then they're like, oh yeah, we saw the Mazda badge, and we're like, wait a minute, and like, oh yeah, there's a hood scoop in it. They're like, oh man, it's not an S13. Yeah. I don't need to be part of that S chassis life to be a drift pro. Although it does make things more difficult.
This thing's low, man.
I think it needs to be lower.
Lower. Not a TMP where you got those stupid bumps.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
RX7. This is Bryson's first event.
I don't know, I saw some of the pictures of the car, like going sideways, and it really looks like the car is like standing up. Like it looks pretty tall. I don't know, that's because I just don't have a cool rear bumper. Like the rest of the car is so low, and then the rear bumper is just like really high. So
Maybe.
that's probably the next thing to get to make it look decent.
I think it's fine how it is.
Yeah.
Well, look at Pat Sear. He runs no bumper on his 8.6.
Yeah, I guess.
Like for drifting and stuff, you're just gonna end up fucking shit up
Yeah,
when you start going
that's
ham.
if you're one of the guys that aims for walls, and like I'm not at that point yet. Like I'm definitely not that good to just like aim for walls constantly. Also, I don't really want to touch a wall with this car. I'm not into that. But I don't know. We'll see.
Cressida, on the other hand.
Yeah, the Cressida I'll aim for walls.
Oh, you can see right on the back corner there. It's touch walls.
Touch a few walls.
Too bad the wheel bearing's gone on it.